My girlfriend posted a beach picture to her Instagram. So I'm breaking up with her. Me and my girlfriend met at the start of the pandemic. We were connected from a mutual friend and we really hit it off. I asked my current girlfriend, or maybe ex-girlfriend, to be in a relationship with me during the pandemic. She gratefully accepted, which is no surprise because I'm incredibly handsome and fit. My girlfriend online during the pandemic, and though we went on many Zoom dates and would keep each other company online during the lonely hours of the pandemic. I asked her to be my online girlfriend and she gladfully accepted, which is no surprise because I'm incredibly handsome and fit. I never have had any problems in the dating market. One thing is that my girlfriend always would wear baggy clothes on Zoom and would generally cover up her body. I asked her why she would do that, and she said it just made her feel comfortable. This raised some suspicion in me and eventually she came out and told me that she was quite chubby. Now I usually don't go for fat girls, especially whalesons that are over 200 pounds, but I really like my girlfriend's personality. So instead of breaking up with her, I helped her with her diet and training. I got her onto a lot more healthy habits and this became the main point of most of our conversations. Finally, after around a year of online dating, the lockdown was lifted. We decided to meet up with each other. We decided that for our first day we would do a gym date. I was the one that suggested the idea because of how often girls check me out in the gym, and I wanted to show off. But for some reason the tables were turned, all the guys were flirting with her and were all looking at her. I mean, to be honest, even I was surprised when I first saw her. She looked so much better in person. But one thing that caught my attention is that she would respond to the guys that were flirting with her. She even started a conversation with one of them. I was a bit shocked by this because I was the one that got her into this stuff, and as soon as she got a hot body, she was just flirting with everyone. I was pretty annoyed at what was happening, and even worse was that my workout felt terrible because I had to constantly be checking on my girlfriend to make sure I could protect her from talking to other guys. I just grabbed her hand and told her that we were leaving. She said that she still had a couple of sets left, but I made an excuse for us to go. We ended up going to Chipotle and eventually, things calmed down. I was still a bit mad at her behavior in the gym when she talked to other guys, but I decided to let it slide this time. We went on a couple more dates out to restaurants and I honestly started falling in love more with her in person, but that's not to say there still weren't incidents where I had to step in. Oh, like one time, we were supposed to meet at the place where I parked my car and on the way I saw her talking to a random guy. I had to intervene and take her away from that guy. She told me that it was just an old high school friend that was complimenting her on her body transformation because she had lost a lot of weight since high school. After that incident, I made it clear to her that I didn't want to see her talking to other guys at all. She told me I was being jealous and overprotective, and that my mentality it was really toxic and outdated. I told her she was being ridiculous. This ended up we ended up getting into our first fight in the whole relationship, and we just decided to go no contact with each other until one of us admitted the other was wrong. We went 3 days without talking, and I 100% wasn't going to cave in. I knew that she was flirting with other guys, and that I was right. That day though, our mutual friend that introduced us invited both of us to a nearby beach to celebrate his 25th birthday. I wasn't sure how to tell him that me and my girlfriend weren't speaking with each other, so instead I just texted her saying that we should at least act normal for our friend's party, and she agreed that our relationship shouldn't come between our friends. When we got to the beach, I could immediately feel tension between us, and definitely not the romantic type. But I couldn't believe what she was going to do next. I wish I could take back the time and choose to have never helped her in the first place after what she did. We all went to the changing rooms, and when everyone came out my girlfriend was wearing a two-piece bathing suit. It was more than revealing for her, I mean she was basically wearing a thong. I tried not to think about it too much, but I saw how all the guys were looking at her and it made me super angry and uncomfortable. It's so clear that she did it on purpose just to get their attention, and it definitely worked because after the group photo, my girlfriend asked if one of the guys could take a solo photo of her. Obviously she was just trying to be promiscuous again, but what really broke me was how she was posing in the photo. She decided for some reason that this would be the perfect time to show off her SS and small waist. I wasn't planning on confronting her at the party, but a couple minutes later when I saw those photos uploaded on her Instagram I couldn't hold back and all HLL broke loose. In front of all of our friends, I started screaming at her about how just because we weren't talking now didn't mean she gets to act like a hoe. She was obviously embarrassed by my remark and she told me after she saw her old high school guy friend she was inspired to show all of her old classmates her body progress, and that she was ashamed of the fact that I couldn't just be proud for her. I told her that I was planning on proposing to her, and that one day if she wanted to be a mother then this thought behavior had to stop. Our friend group started getting involved when my girlfriend left crying, and all my friends are calling me an a-hole for what I did. Later that day, I told my girlfriend that she could either take the post down or wet he were over. I was shocked at her response.